Hello, and welcome to The Real Deal Reveal, a magical titty tour about teas, sleaze, and unpopular opinions in showgirl life and beyond. We are your MCs, Sweet D and Remi Martini. Please take your seats. The show is about to begin. Hello, everyone. Sweet D here. And Remi Martini and I had planned on dropping an episode this week recapping our experience at the Texas Burlesque Festival a couple of weeks ago. But I got hit with a wicked case of laryngitis. You can probably hear that. I'm still recovering. So we were unable to record this week. Sad face. So instead, we're going to go a little out of order. And we're going to drop our episode where we actually got to talk to the producers of the festival. And we will come back in a week or two, depending on my voice, and record our recap episode. So it's a 3-part series. So we have one more episode after that, talking about Burlesque Survival Guide, the festival edition. So yeah, we're just going to go a little bit out of order. But yeah, sorry guys. We were supposed to record on Wednesday and my voice was atrocious. She's like, I can't even hear you. I was like, I know. So give my voice a chance to recover, and we will be back in a week or so with our recap episode. So in the meantime, enjoy this episode again, where we sat down with the producers of the Texas Burlesque Festival. All right. Thanks, guys. See you later. I am Sweet D, and I'm here at the Texas Burlesque Festival. Sans my partner, not Remi Rouge. Oh, my God. That's a different performer. Remi Martini. Because Remi is stuck in traffic, so she says. So she might be busting in anytime here. But we're going to go ahead and get started because I am seated with the producers of the festival. And say hi, y'all.
Hello.
Hi. And we are going to do some quick questions. Pretty much the first one's going to be like the same all around, and then each one of y'all is going to have like a specific little fun question. Yeah. Are y'all excited for tonight? Tonight is the Friday night showcase performance.
I got to tell you, excited is maybe not exactly the word. I am cautiously optimistic, but excited.
There's like a whole range of emotions. So it's the highs, the lows, everything in between.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I feel like that goes for all festivals. Yeah.
But this year has been particularly challenging.
Oh, you want to talk about it? Tell me. Can you talk about it?
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
Yeah, it's public knowledge, or it will be pretty soon. I mean, we have had a total of 5 performers withdraw from the festival, 3 of whom were going to be headliners or a legend. Our first one, thankfully, pulled out pretty quickly, had a quick life change. And so we learned about that after we had booked them back in like October. By November, they were like, I'm not going to be able to do it. I'm so sorry. And we're like, okay, well, we've got a plan B. And then we got a plan B in place. And then literally a week ago, our legend contacted us and said that health issues were just overwhelming at that point. And she was not going to be able to make it. So we're like, okay. And then literally yesterday, another, our headliner tonight, basically contacted us with a similar situation due to life situation and some health related issues. They were not going to be able to perform. So, and then we also had like a couple of just the non-headliners, but we had like 2 other, one performer on Thursday night contacted us like 2 days before saying not going to make it. And then yesterday we had performers who were supposed to perform tonight contact us and say they're not going to make it. But, my whole feeling is, we've been doing this a long time. And we're professionals. Thank God we're professionals, right?
We are the best firefighting team.
We're talking about, we yesterday felt like a brush fire that kept picking up steam, and we were just right there with the water trucks ready to put it out.
We got a new headliner yesterday, the legendary local Coco Electric.
Yes.
And I remade the flyer yesterday.
Yeah. Literally jumped in
Got
and
all
did
the
that.
posts out.
Yeah.
I got the changes to Eaton today, and the website has been updated this morning.
Oh,
So
nice.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I was like, dang, they're on it.
Done. So we're on it, So that's what it is. Like, yes, I right now I'm just kind of like, it's like, okay, I think we're done.
Has this happened before? Like this much
No.
in the past? No, it was just kind of one thing after another.
Not to this level.
Not to this level. I mean, honestly, the last time this happened, I should say kind of to this level, but it's when we were coming back out of COVID. It was 2022. We finally got the green light to come back. We had booked this venue for 2 nights, Friday and Saturday. And, COVID just kept rearing its ugly head. And fortunately, it was maybe about, a month out. We realized, you know what? We are losing performers and we could potentially lose more performers. We lost performers like that week of. We dropped down from 2 nights to 1 night because we basically went from having 28 acts booked to where we were down to 14.
Wow.
Because we had literally half the cast pull out because of
Just COVID, yeah.
COVID came back or they'd been exposed. And so they they wanted to do the right thing. They didn't want to come and potentially, expose. So 22, but for some reason, it just wasn't quite as stressful as this because I think it happened far enough out. And I think because we were coming out of COVID, I think people were just grateful that we did it.
It became more of a celebration of just being back together in a room and dancing again versus our typical festival, energy that we had. It was more just like so happy that we're all just here and able to be together in a room.
So that's how we couched it. We were like, you know what? It's a celebration. We're celebrating the return, and it's 1 night only. And actually, it was great because it sold out. Because I think people were, they were like really ready for us to be back.
Well, we're just going to be rock stars about it, right?
Yeah.
Stuff happens. I had to pull out of Richmond because we got a random snowstorm in April. In Maine.
Wow.
Couldn't get out. All the flights were grounded. The roads were closed. And I had to send him a message. And I'm like, I cannot get there. I cannot leave Maine. So I was pretty bummed. But maybe next year. Well, on that note. So we're going to go one by one here. To my left, we got Lynn. On the Texas Burlesque Festival website, you are labeled the director, co-producer, and media relations. Is that correct?
Yes, and just Jill of all trades.
Jill of all trades.
Yeah, whatever needs to be done.
So Remi did some notes. We both did some research, but she put some notes together. So the Burlesque Festival started in 2007.
It did.
2007, and according to Remi, the oldest festival in the world, second to Beehoff.
I don't know if I don't know. I mean, I thought New York. I thought New York had been around longer than we had.
New York's up there. I feel like New York and Texas started around the same time.
On the same time,
yeah.
It's been around for
fairly close to the same time, but they might be a little bit older.
Yeah, I let's just put it this way: we're definitely like top 5.
Yeah,
oldest.
that is crazy. I didn't know that. I did not know that. So that's pretty amazing. So for those folks out there that haven't been to the website's about page, could you give us like the Cliff Notes version of what drew you to burlesque and why you decided to create the festival?
Wow. Okay. So I'm going to try and make this as short as I can because it's actually a pretty fun story. So, I mean, this is obviously, this is a labor of love, but it only happens once a year. So it's not my muggle/day job. My day job is actually owning an adult boutique in Austin called Forbidden Fruit. And one day, I want to say it was around 2003, maybe. Two or three. And, I based this off of the fact that I had just had my son in 2002. And I remember bringing him to rehearsals and him I think he could walk at that point. So I want to say, late 2002, early 2003, Belladonna Nightshade of Kitty Kitty Bang Bang comes into Forbidden Fruit looking for a sponsor, which just makes perfect sense, right? Mm-hmm. And I was like, I can't really give you cash, but I can certainly, I can get you, costume pieces at cost. I can get you pasties. I can get you boas. I can get you, stockings, hosiery, whatever you want. And she's like, great, I'll take that back to the group and we'll talk about it. And I'll get back to you. And then as she's walking out the door, she just casually goes, oh yeah, and by the way, do you happen to know anybody, who would be interested in working with us as an executive artistic director or producer? I said, well, actually, me. I have a BFA in dance from the University of Texas. I work in the theater. The first musical I ever choreographed was Gypsy. The first musical I ever directed was La Cage aux Folles. So I'm like, I think I'm your girl. And so I met with the troupe, and you know what? It was just a match made in heaven. We just immediately hit it off. And so at that point,
there she is. Remi is in the building.
So, and the rest is history. I just took off and started going from there because I'd done a little bit of burlesque myself back in the day. I was actually telling the girls earlier, I used to be involved in a cabaret show we produced here in Austin called Club Sandwich, and we did a number of burlesque-oriented pieces in that cabaret. So I was already a fan. And so this just seemed like a golden opportunity. So I took it, and the rest is history.
Yes, that's amazing. And I just wanted to do a little side note here that Lynn was actually my dance teacher at Austin Community College circa 1999. I was 19 years old, and I was my only experience had been drill team. So Lynn really opened my eyes to different styles of dance, and I was mind blown. So thank you for that.
Oh, thank you. I loved having you as a student. It was so much fun.
1999. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, let me see my notes here. Did you expect it to get as big and run as long as it has?
Probably not. I mean, I think when we first did it, I actually, and it was the troupe. It was Tijuana Trixie and then another friend of ours in the community, Audrey Maker, who actually spitballed the idea. And the three of us sat down and talked about what would this festival look like? And at first it's should it be the Austin? It's no, we're the capital of Texas. It's going to be the Texas, Burlesque Festival. And so actually I think we were all just kind of waiting to see how it rolled. I was actually producing another show the weekend before that, the Extravaganza Fantasy Ball, which also featured burlesque performers and stuff. And I was like, I am up to my tatas in producing this other show, but I stage managed that one. But no, honestly, the kiddies jumped in there, and Stacy and Audrey pulled the whole thing together, did a brilliant job, and we were just kind of waiting to see what happened with it. And honestly, it almost didn't happen again. There was not actually a Texas Burlesque Festival in 2008.
Really?
The next one happened in 2009 because pretty much that year was a pivotal year for so many of the kiddies taking off and going in different directions. I mean, the troupe actually kind of at that point somewhat went on hiatus. And basically Stacy and Audrey came to me and they were like, Lynn, we don't have the bandwidth to do it, but we don't want it to die. Will you do it? So I was like, yes, I will. So I took it in 2009. I'm wearing the shirt.
Oh, wow, you are.
And we took it
oh my God, I
to
love that.
Emos. Yeah.
I need a shirt like that.
And we did it, we did it at Emos for I want to say we did 2009. Definitely 2009 and 2010. And then in 2011, we moved over to the Indie, which has been a number of different things. The North Door, the Indie, short for the Independent. I think a popular bar now in Austin Parish has moved into the space. But it's actually a space behind the old 501 TV studios. And so it was actually a sound stage. So it was a really cool space. And I think we did it there. Oh my God, stays maybe until about 5 or 6 years. And then we moved over to the Marquesa, which is now where the Austin Film Society houses out of. And then we did it for 2 years. We did the State Theater and the Paramount. And then we did just the Paramount 2 nights, which was amazing. And then we transitioned over here to the Rollins. So yeah, it's an absolute labor of love. But yeah, no, I every year it surprises me that we're still here and we're still going, and the goal is to keep it going. We'd love to be the oldest.
Yeah, that's amazing. From a producer's point of view, would you have any helpful tips for someone that would like to start applying to festivals? Anything you're looking for? You want to give away the secrets?
You know what?
Give me the secrets.
And we've talked about it. And I'm actually gonna pass the baton on that one because Jimmy Galactic here also, she's the newest member of our production and direction team. And yeah, that's one of the things we've talked about extensively, that we want to try and get the word out, because I mean, if I could just give anybody applying, whether you're a new performer or an old performer, send a representation of your absolute A game. Mm. And I'm talking about the costume. Don't send us notes saying, well, it's going to look like that. No. You're applying to a festival. We had over 250 applications for the festival this year. And so to sift through that, honestly, some of them we were able to move through pretty quickly because they were shot in a bedroom. They were not,
It was an Instagram video.
It was an Instagram video. It
wasn't even long. It wasn't even the full act, or the lighting was so bad you couldn't see their face.
Yeah.
Just the quality of the video really, really matters, because we want to see you. We want to see your facial expressions, like how you play with the crowd. We want to see your movement. We really want to see the costume. So a bad video really hurts your chances of getting in. Mm-hmm. And also pay attention to the guidelines on the website. If we're looking for an act that is under 4 minutes, you send us an act that is under 4 minutes, because it's not our job to guess how you would trim that act and edit it down to make it 4 minutes. Send us the video for the act that is already within the time frame that we specified.
Yeah.
Simple things like that. Follow the guidelines, send us a really clear, good, high quality video, and bring your A game.
And do a little research on the festival. Anybody who looks into, the history of the festival, we are traditionally on theatrical stages. Mm-hmm. So many people send us videos where half of it takes place out in the crowd. Mm-hmm. They're in a club or a bar or it's something. It's that could potentially, hurt your chances, because we're going to look at it and go well, I don't know. How would that work?
Work on the stage, yeah.
How would that work? If half of that number is happening in the audience, well, we're on a proscenium. So are you going to come from the back of the house? And,
yeah.
Exactly. So think about also the format of, where the festival is presented, and try and find your best piece that will fit within that stage.
And if you have a solid act, but maybe you don't have the right video, you can film a video in your living room. Mm-hmm. It's fine. But if you need to make it, 4 minutes, and you need to, show it on stage and not in the audience, you can remake a video and it can be in your living room, as long as it, is still showing us everything that we need to see.
Yeah.
I think the most important part when people film from their living room, that it's important that you still are performing. Mm-hmm. You're performing to your camera, but it's very hard to look at these. You don't have the same energy because you're in your home, and so you're just naturally more relaxed. And so some people forget to show that face, and the stage, the presence that you would have. So when you do a video, make sure, like Jimmy was saying, it's an A-game thing. So don't forget, even if you're in your home, bring it out. We want to see that personality because we need to be able to know that those faces are going to read from the very back of the room.
Right. Right.
In a theater.
Yeah. Pretend your camera is the audience that you're flirting with. Set up all your stuffed animals or something.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
To play with them.
Do, but we need to see how it's going to read.
Yeah, that's important. I've actually in the past have actually hired videographers just for me. And I'm like, just film me because I'm going to submit this to a festival, because 9 times out of 10, we don't have anybody recording and then the audience can't record because those are the rules. And I'm like, well, how do I do this? So,
something that we love to offer is that you do get a video of your performance so that you can apply for other festivals and have a good quality video going forward.
I love that.
Help you grow as a performer.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I
We're
love that.
a very performer-centric festival.
I love it.
That's what we're here for. We're here to give the performers an amazing opportunity, and in doing that, the audience is going to have an equally amazing experience. Yeah.
Well, I know people that are excited for it that I've told, so I know people are pumped. So, all right, Ellen, I'm going to end this for you with this question. What do you think the biggest misconception of burlesque is?
Oh, wow. I don't think it's so much a misconception of what burlesque is. I think it's a misconception of what the striptease is about.
Mm-hmm.
And people focus so much on the strip and the nudity aspect. They completely lose sight of the fact that, no, it's the art of the tease.
Right.
So focus, it's all about the tease, okay? Yes, people are going to be going through various stages of undress up there, but the art is in how they go about doing it. And maybe it's a seductive manner, or maybe it's a playful manner, maybe it's totally comedic, tongue in cheek. But that, when I tell people about burlesque, I've literally had people go like, "Oh, it's just a bunch of strippers," and I'm like, "Well, first of all, you make it sound like strip."
What's wrong with
What's wrong with stripping?
What's wrong with stripping? But that's the first thing they think is, it's just, and they think it's like what they might go and see in a gentleman's club or something, which is certainly not to disparage our sisters, and brothers and sisters in, the gentlemen's clubs, because there's definitely a lot of work and a lot of effort and a lot of artistry that goes into that. But this is different. It's a well thought out and crafted process. It's a mini little theatrical experience. There is the really good numbers have got like the beginning, the middle, the crescendo, and the end, So it's like a really great piece can take you through a variety of emotions or build you up, And so honestly, it's overlooking the fact that it's less about the strip and more about the tease.
I love that. Yes. Awesome. Thank you. Remi, you're here.
I'm here.
You want to take the round two?
Oh, I can take round two.
You want to?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. So now we're passing it over to...
4 or 5 accidents on the way here?
Oh, no. Well, it's Austin. That's to be expected. So we're going to turn it on over to Jimmy, Galactic, and Remi's leaving. Where are you going? Okay.
As an entrepreneur, you got paper and ink on this, so I'm going to utilize it because I purchased them supplies.
All right, I'm going to turn this over to Remi.
Wow. Oh, it's pink. It's a big pink thing in my hand. It's so very phallic.
It is very phallic.
Very, very phallic.
I love this for you.
Is it a good look? It just needs to be green.
It's a great look.
All right, Jenny. Well, we're going to go through, your co-producer and social media director for Texas Burlesque Fest.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit of who you are and what drew you to burlesque.
Well, okay. So a very long time ago, I entered the world of gentlemen's clubs and started because I'm a nerd and I wanted to know kind of more of the history of this thing that I was getting involved in. I started learning about burlesque and I was just mesmerized because, there is something lacking, in the gentlemen's clubs about, the performance aspect because it's not theatrical and glamorous like it is on the burlesque stage. And so I was really drawn to that aspect of it and all the creativity that goes into the storytelling in a burlesque act. I didn't know anyone in the Austin scene, even though I was going to some Jiggle Watch shows. I was a shy little stripper and didn't introduce myself to anybody. And so I got a couple of my friends from the club and I was like, all right, we're going to do this. This is what this is. And now we're going to do it. And you're going to join me and we're going to make a troupe. And they're like, what is going on? And I was like, just follow my lead. This is what we're doing. Just go with it. So, and then that eventually became Frisky Business Burlesque. And that was that really started around 2010. And then in 2022, at the after party of the festival, the Texas Burlesque Festival that I performed in, Lynn approached me about joining the team. So I've been on the team for 2 years now, helping with the production of the Texas Burlesque Festival.
That's awesome. And I love that, you came from the adult industry because I think it's really important to kind of blur some of those lines because I think a lot of the misconception happens because it's sex work and the stigmata. So you kind of answered, how long you've been with the festival. What do you love most about being with the festival?
Oh my gosh. So I love getting to see burlesque outside of my bubble. So I think that's one of the things I love most about performing in festivals is being able to see performers from all over the place, because burlesque is different in different regions. I think we kind of get into our style, as a city, maybe as a group, and it kind of becomes a little bit insular. And so whenever then you meet somebody who's performing somewhere else and their style over there is totally different. So, I think it's just really expands, your concept of what the art is and what the possibilities are in the creation of acts. And so I love that we get to bring people from all over the place here to our wonderful city, and we get to see them bring their creativity and everything that they're working on and their styles, and and I just find that really, really exciting. So
Yeah.
Community, right?
Community.
Yeah.
Yes.
With your role as social media director, would you have any tips for performers in regards to promoting show promoting?
So in my day job, I work in marketing and social media. One thing that is really important to remember is that social media is not the only way that you should be promoting. It's just kind of one arm of your marketing strategy. But it's if you're relying solely on social media, especially because social media wants to shadow ban and censor because we are labeled as sex workers. We're not going to reach all of our possible audience just on social media. So, all of the old school ways still apply. All, the flyers, just getting out and talking to people in real life, radio and print ads, just all the different ways. Email, definitely have your email list together. All of the different ways to promote are important. But when it comes to social media specifically, the advice is to stay consistent, use everything, all the tools that you're given, like the carousels for good images, quality content, videos for reels and stories. Use all of that and stay consistent.
Great. Awesome.
Right on.
Right on. All right. And do you have a weird or interesting talent or burlesque talent?
Weird or
This
interesting?
is your fun question.
Talent or
You should have heard the one I told her. I'm just gonna jump in here and say she is phenomenally creative with the ideas and concepts that she comes up with
Oh, thank you.
for her numbers. I mean, over the years, just kind of watching the stuff that she's come up with, I'm just like, well, who'd have thought of doing a Star Trek Tribbles number? You go.
That's a good one.
It's really, I mean, just clever. Yeah.
Or the Big Lebowski one. That's one of my favorites. That's one of my favorites. I'm just gonna say.
Yeah.
Thank you. So, well, my answer was going to be totally different.
Let's hear it.
So a long time ago, I think half of the world saw Michelle Lamore sitting on the piano bench doing the butt cheek thing, and I learned how to do that. I was so mesmerized by that video, and I was like, I am going to figure out how to do the oscillations. And I actually even put it in a number that I made last year, one of my newer numbers, the clown one that I did here last year. I actually was like, okay, this is the moment. We're going to do this. We're finally going to do this. It made its debut. My oscillations made their debut on the Texas Burlesque Festival stage as I was dressed as a clown.
Oscillations are no joke. They are no joke. If your glutes are shut off, it ain't happening. So that is a wicked talent. Listen to be wicked. Living on the East Coast, all right.
I'm New Englander.
So I was proud of that moment. I'll just say that.
Amazing.
It's a moment to be proud of.
It's a moment. It's the moment. You are the moment.
Highlight of my career.
We're gonna do this as a group.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Did you have a
Want
question?
to do it at the end? We're gonna pop it on over
Pop it on over to Stacy.
to Stacy, and then at the end, if we got some time. Where are we at? Oh,
I guess I am close.
you are closer.
Here, I'll hold it for you. Let me put it in his face. You like it in your face?
Get my mic out of my face. All right, we're going to turn it over to Stacy Rutledge, Director, Artist Relations, Production Coordinator. Yeah, tell us a little bit about that, like who you are and what drew you to burlesque.
Sorry, I got a last minute text message that our poor performer that has been on flight delays is finally in the Uber.
Yes, we had a performer down. We had a performer down, trapped in Dallas.
That was like our last hurdle.
Yes.
That's right. Like always rushing against but we still get going and put it on stage, right?
Well, that in a nutshell is my job.
It's a great
I am
segue.
so involved with everyone making it here on time and making sure that everything goes as smoothly as it can. I mean, we've had lost luggage this weekend. We're having flight delays. And I love kind of calming that down and going like, it's going to be okay. We're going to make it work. I've been texting with her all morning long. I'm like, just calm down. Like, as long as you just keep calm, you're going to make it here. We're going to make it work. We're going to adjust things. Like, it's going to be okay. You have to trust me on that, but it's going to be okay. So I've been with the festival since its inception because I was part of Kitty Kitty Bang Bang back in the day. And so when Lynn got handed the reins, she kind of put it out there and said, hey, does anybody want to help with this? And I had moved on to produce the Venus Velvet Variety Hour with Venus Velvet. And so I was still very much active. And I said, yeah, sure. Because I also cannot say no to Lynn.
Wait a minute, what?
Extravagasm? Yep. Zombie ball? Yep. I'm there. And so it was just, and she asked me what I wanted to do. And I said, well, I think I want to deal with the performers. I want to be, as helpful as can be. And so that's how I started as the artist liaison. And it's just kind of grown from there. And I definitely don't think that it would have lasted this long at all. But I think as a production team, we just work really well together and just know each other, and things will get done. And that's why yesterday it was just not, we were just rolling with the
The text thread was just kind of like, I
don't think I've texted these people this much in 17 years. Truly, I'm like, wow, we had a whole thing going yesterday.
Oh my gosh, I can't imagine the stress level. Because you're the artist liaison, I like saying that, liaison, would you have any tips for out-of-town performers? Like top 2 tips? Don't get on a plane from Dallas, just drive.
Don't panic. I mean, I've had performers that half their costume didn't make it here. And so it's like, okay, great. What do you need? We'll find it somewhere in town. Just don't freak out. Don't let that one thing about traveling from out of town ruin the whole weekend. And like, if you can just take a breath and know that there's people here to support you and that want to help. Because I know that some people are afraid to ask for help, and like, no, that's why the cell phone number is plastered everywhere. All of our emails are plastered everywhere. Like, reach out to us, because you never know what we're capable of pulling together.
I have seen that happen. I have seen a performer's luggage get lost, and everybody backstage pieced together their costume, and they went on stage, and I didn't even know it until someone told me. I was like, "Oh, that's a superpower."
I just did that for the Mile High. I'd never traveled for burlesque like that, and I was like, "Oh no, all the rest of the clothes, check." Costume and carry.
Costume and carry on. That is mine. Yeah.
I've even been in a situation where a performer got their flight delayed, came in, was completely frazzled to the point where she's getting ready and she's about to go on stage and she didn't have her lipstick on. I was like, missing lips. And she's like, oh my God. And she was shaking so bad. It's like, all right, bend down. I was like, I'm going to put these lips on you. And I was like, I'm not letting you go out there without the lips. And she was just like, thank you so much.
Well, that's what our MCs are for, is to buy you time. You know, if you're having a real issue or a costume malfunction or something, So and I'll jump in there as well. I mean, if you're coming from out of town, yes, absolutely, your costume should be right there on you. You should, if you're able to actually
wear it on the plane and give everybody something.
I've done that. I've worn my headpiece on the plane.
But give yourself plenty of time. I understand sometimes if you've got time and you can come in, earlier. I mean, and this performer today was coming in from Omaha, Nebraska, and they left this morning, so they were literally supposed to be here at like 2:00 this afternoon. So that feels like a lot of time, but sometimes it's not. So, when in doubt, try and get here, the night before. Just give yourself plenty of time and always have a backup plan and communicate with the producers. Because, again, like Stacey said, we're totally here to support you. Mm-hmm. We were ready to move this performer to tomorrow night if they suddenly told us, it's like, you know what? Okay. Yeah. You're here, we're going to make sure you get on that stage one way or another. Yeah. So
amazing. And yes, and the emails you guys sent out were very thorough. Like I've been to festivals where
I love Texas
it was just question mark, so I'm sure
It's always a pleasure.
Yeah.
Same. From the pervy curvy.
The pervy curvy. Has that always been your tagline? No. Did you add the pervy? Because you're curvaceous cocktail, right?
Curvaceous cocktail. Milo Cox out of Dallas gave me, actually, I'm his favorite pervy queer pothead. And so and I'm like, I really like that. So I'm going to kind of take that.
I love it. All right, Stacey, we're going to pop over and give you your little question here. What is it? Oh, what is your guilty food pleasure?
Oh, my word. I want to hear that.
In the voice. No, I don't know that I could do it. Just for everybody else to know what we're talking about is we did a radio interview and our sound check was, what did you have for breakfast? And all of a sudden this voice came out of me and I was just very ready to go. And I was like, and everything bagel and cream cheese.
But is that your
But is
guilty
it? Yeah.
food
Everything can
pleasure?
be a guilty pleasure. No,
Mine are
I have like a guilty pleasure food. I'm not guilty about eating any food.
Mine are rodeo or carnival nachos. So like the really bad, like if it has salsa mixed in it, no, it has to be like straight processed cheese.
Oil chips, stuff that you got squeezed out of a plastic bag.
Exactly. So that's why like I feel guilty about it because it's
Yeah.
Because it's not really food.
it's not really food. No, it's not. Most of the stuff we eat.
So are we going with cream cheese?
Anything cheese
Just put
related.
cream cheese on anything.
Guilty food pleasure.
Yes.
I've also never heard of bagel with cream cheese being a guilty food pleasure. It's always like cake or like chocolate. You know what I mean? Bagel.
Everything bagel with cream.
I feel like that's an act. Write that down. That's an act.
Even though it's a radio interview, so nobody could see me.
Yeah.
Just in there with Lynn and Jimmy.
I will never look at a bagel the same way.
Our performer has
Is that a performer?
She looks like a performer.
I love her luggage.
Feel her pain.
Pink luggage.
through it today.
Yay!
She was so cute when she was texting Stacey. She's like, I just want to dance. I just want to get on the stage. I'm just trying to get there so I can dance.
I feel like we've all been there at some point where we just like want to get there. We need to get there, and we're just yeah.
Gotta get woo woo with it.
You want to get woo woo with it?
Get woo woo with it. Maybe it's the universe making you late, so you miss something that you're not supposed to be involved in. I'm just saying.
Maybe. That's true. That's true. All right, is that it? Or we
Still
have-
going to do the 3 words describe.
what is it? The 3 in 3 words describe what burlesque means to you. Is that right?
That's it.
Yeah. Speed round wrap up.
Oh, sorry, I need to practice.
Oh, she's bailing. She's bailing. She's like, and bye. And Jimmy. Everybody else left. Oh my God, look at those purses. Can I just pause for a second and look at those purses? Those are adorable. I want one. I'm going to get one this weekend. Those are adorable. Are those purses? Are they lunch boxes? What are they?
Corset person?
Those are so cute. All right, you got your 3 words?
Okay,
Lynn's back. She's not.
Oh, Lynn's back. Lynn's back.
I've got 2.
You got 2. Okay, I'll take 2.
Creativity and community.
Yes, I love that. I love that. The double C's.
These are triple D's.
Yeah. Oh.
I guess that would be my 3rd word. Boobs.
Boobs.
Tits and asses one.
Well, if we're going to go the alliteration route, I'm going to say diversity and devilishness.
Ooh, I love a good alliteration.
Curvaceous cocktail. I love it.
Mine's the confection of pink perfection. Yes.
Yeah, that's why we get along. Like her alliteration.
I love alliteration.
I'm all about the sass and sparkles. This is sparkles for me. That's the only reason I do this is the sparkles.
The rhinestones.
The rhinestones.
All of it.
The glitter.
The glitter. Anything with glitter, rhinestones, sparkles. Yep. All right, you guys, thank you so much for taking time out and joining us today.
I'm sorry you guys didn't get to talk to our 4th and extremely important member of the directing and production team, and that's Sasha Dahl. Sasha Dahl, who's in there. She is our technical director. So she like, I just can't even tell you, but when I linked up with her, it was an absolute godsend because I'm a person who I've got a theater background. I've done technical theater. I've done lighting and sound and stuff for shows, and just having somebody who would literally come in and just take the reins on that and take that off of my plate was an absolute blessing, because up until that point in time, I am trying to find the light person, the sound person, the person to help us, get the props to come in. I'm stage managing, so I'm in there also calling the cue, and to have somebody like Midge, who, of course, is extremely versed in this. She's a theater person also. Sasha, I should say. Oh, gave it away. Sasha Dahl, but she's a St. Ed's theater kid. So we both come from that, that background. So just what an absolute blessing. And that's why you're not hearing from her, because she's in there right now.
She's doing tech, yeah.
She's taking everybody through the paces. Yeah.
Yeah, because I love Sasha Dahl. I love all you ladies. I love the fact that, like I said last night backstage, I love the fact that this is a female-run festival. So there's certain je ne sais quoi to it, right? Like a certain feel to it. And I just, again, you're willing to work with the performers. You're not, making things more difficult for us. You're allowing us to be able to perform and our art and enjoy yourselves.
Y'all make a really good team. I love it. Good chemistry.
Focus on it being a social festival. We want people to talk to each other, to get to know each other, because that's how you expand your
Well, you're networking.
You're networking,
yeah. It's an opportunity to expand your
Profession.
Expand your professional boundaries and meet other people, and perhaps make, connections and friends and things that will open doors for you in other towns, other cities. So, yeah.
Yeah.
We're all about it.
Now we asked the other ladies, describe what burlesque means to you in 2 or 3 words.
2 or 3 words. We got devilishness, diversity, community, creativity.
Creativity.
Okay. Because I was like, damn, do I have to think of a D word?
No, and you don't have to use alliteration on it.
Only alliteration at this table. You can also say boobs if you want to.
Well, it's more than boobs. It's a lot of boobs.
Wildly unique.
Yeah.
Yes. I love that. Mm-hmm.
Love it.
It doesn't have to feel alliteration. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, you guys. All right, well, we let you go because we know it is getting down to the wire. Thank you so much, you guys. Have a fabulous show tonight.
Yeah.
All right, Remi.
I feel like this is good. I like to kind of talk. How's the sound?
It's good.
It's good?
Yeah.
Awesome. Sorry I was late.
No, you're not. When'd you roll in here? Like at 5:15? 5 o'clock? We were supposed to be here at 4? Oh, okay. It's okay. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and get started.
We're not all on vacation. Some of us actually run businesses and have been up since 8 o'clock this morning after being up until 1 o'clock doing safety meetings.
Boo-hoo.
I should just take off time, right?
Well, we're gonna go. We are gonna wrap this up and get to getting. And
May convince Midge to come to my hotel room and do her interview.
yeah, you can talk to Sasha.
Sasha Dahl. Sasha Dahl.
Sasha Dahl. Yeah, hopefully we can get the 4th. And but other than that, that was awesome. And we're gonna wrap it up. And we might go live again later tomorrow or Sunday at the brunch. I am performing tomorrow, and you performed last night. How'd that go for you?
It went great. I loved it. I loved it.
I loved your dress.
Did you love my dress? My husband picked out the material.
What is that material called? Where you it changes color.
Reversible sequins.
That was amazing. That was amazing.
So Mr. Martini picked that out for me. Mm-hmm. Created an outfit for myself and a number. He already came up with a whole routine for me. I just had to pick out the song and do the choreography and all the bullshit. Right? And so that happened. I put it on stage, and then the reversible sequin rage happened. And people had pillows.
Everybody was doing it.
Well, nobody had outfits, which was really surprising to me. I think.
Yeah, I usually see that material on pillows.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm a pillow queen. I'm a pillow princess.
Pillow princess. No, but I loved it. But I was talking to Mad Maxim, my partner, about your performance last night, and I was like, man, Remi is so good. Like, Remi is so good. Like, the way you just, like, your presence on stage and the way you interact with the audience with your faces, and you're just like, oh, what? Yeah. And it goes from like cute to like pervy, you know, like you were just like, yeah, I'm gonna smack myself right here, and then I'm gonna rub my titty here, you know, and then you were like, oh, did I do that? You know, like it's just so cute. And yeah,
You can have me up at the pink parlor.
oh yeah, oh no, you're coming up. You're coming up whenever I do show of my first show. You're gonna come up. You're gonna come up to me and teach a workshop or two.
We just got the Instagram done.
Oh yeah, we just got the Instagram, the Real Deal Reveal on Instagram. Right? Is it just one word? There's no dots in the middle. Dots, dashes, underscores.
The Real Deal Reveal Burlesque podcast, and that was really long. I'm not going to do that.
It is a burlesque podcast, but it is the Real Deal Reveal. So thank you for doing that, for putting that together. I was like, I didn't do this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
We talked about it, and I'm like, oh, let me get that done today.
Because people have been asking about it.
Yes.
So we figured.
I have your shirt. Hold on. While you're
Oh yeah. Last night we gave Remi a hard time about not having. Okay.
out here wanting free shirts.
Okay.
It's just pay money for these things, okay? I mean,
No, last night we found out that Remi has merch and did not tell us this. And we found out because what is your friend's name? The couple that we went.
Gigi and Francisco are my number one fan.
Gigi and Francisco had the shirt on.
Number one fan.
Yeah, and he got called out by Jemmy, and she was like, "We got somebody that has a Remi Martini shirt." Everybody was like, like the collective gasp, because we were all like, "Excuse me." And she made him stand up and everything. And so like at the end of the show, you know, and they're like, okay, thank you, good night. We all ran up to Remi. We were like, how dare you not tell us that you had shirts?
B and D.
We're a new dynamic duo, B and D.
Were coming at me so much that Max made fun of the fact that I was like backing up.
You were backing up. You were like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Make up for it. Is that where
did you get that?
Ross, baby?
Ross?
They had it in the food section because they.
Is that real? That's not real.
It's real.
It's a prop?
No, it's real. It has a little figure of Marty McFly in it.
Remi just handed me a soda can. It says Funko soda figure with Marty McFly. I'm gushing because if you know me, Back to the Future is like one of my favorite movies of all time.
It's a good movie. It's a good flick. I have always had a girl hard on for
the mom.
the mom. No, Marty.
For Marty, I know he's a cutie. I love Michael J. Fox.
Michael J. Fox, since he was Alex.
Alex P. Keaton.
Alex P. Keaton, even though he's a Republican, and so fucking conservative.
Sweater vests.
Sweater vests, he's still cute.
No, I love MJF. He's one of my faves, and I would literally die if I met him. Yes.
Because I was like, I can't just get it from me. I have to
No, I love this. It's going on my shelf. I love trinkets. I love tchotchkes. Is that what they're called? I love them. And she's giving me a shirt, too. You made this at home?
No.
Oh.
I got them made when we were getting our company shirts made.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna have some D shirts made, too, and possibly some podcast shirts.
Yeah. Let me know. We can do them through Custom Ink. We just need to get them the artwork.
Yes. All right, cool. Yeah. Would y'all like some shirts? Oh, we're gonna do pink and green. We're gonna do both of our signature colors.
Seeing my shirt.
Was Jemmy mad? Oh, we were just talking about how you called out her friend last night for having a Remi shirt. And no one knew this until last night. We were like, how dare you keep this a secret from us?
I got accosted by strippers.
She got cornered by strippers last night. We were like, Remi. And then who had the pin? Gigi?
Gigi
and we were like, you have pins too?
Yeah, they're glittery.
Okay, I want one. I want to buy one. Where's my photo too? Your photo's going up in the studio. I need a photo. Do you have a photo? Do you have an 8x10 photo autograph that I can buy from you? I'm putting them all in my studio. Yes, bring me one because I want the wall of showgirls in my studio. Yeah.
I'm going to do something with your 8x10s.
Yeah. Yes, I want them.
You don't have a pin? I didn't bring one
No.
for my birthday last year.
No.
I did, and I just got really high because the weed's legal there and got really high and forgot.
And on that note, we're wrapping it up. All right. We do our tagline.
Oh, yeah.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. Take it easy.
Take it
Sleazy. And a little strip teasy.
Oh, we're getting our time tonight.
Bye, everyone.